followed by an act by the Stephen and myself right after Caesar has been killed. And we ended with a poem and a song. I hope you enjoyed.
Good afternoon and happy Ides of March. You may think it noble to celebrate the day given its historical significance. However, the Ides of March has become more to us than the anniversary of Julius Caesar's death.
The Ides of March was a celebration day that blew from a pagan worship. It was the day of the full moon and it was widely celebrated throughout the Roman world. The day that was plucked out in order to celebrate the festive event was March 15. However, it was also celebrated in May, July and October. If the full moon landed on the other months, followers could raise their stocks of wheat when day 13 arrived. The patron god for the event was said to have been the famous war god Mars. His followers often held great parades that had a military theme.
Julius Caesar was a Roman politician who grew very famous after having completed a range of successful military campaigns. His quest of Gaul, invasion of Roman Britain, and his escape from Rome brought him many fans as his reputation grew. However, the Senate were not so fond of his political aims, and one day he moved in order to get rid of him by assassination.
In 44 BC, as Caesar moved in order to journey to the theatre of Pompey, it was said that he met a wise man who was able to see into the future. The seer stated to Caesar that harm would come to him on a day no later than the Ides of March. Caesar threw up great praise to the statement and made it known that it was already the Ides of March and that he had nothing to fear. However, the seer stated, "Aye, it has come, but it has not gone." Caesar threw a hand to the seer and his vision, and he moved on with little to fear. However, as he joined the Senate in order to discuss matters of the state, the politicians encircled him, and one of them took down his tunic. Caesar grew alarmed at this movement. However, then he was attacked. He was stabbed 23 times by 2 major politicians and 60 minor ones. It was just as the seer had foretold. The Ides of March had come, and Caesar was doomed to be pushed through a violent death.
Celebration on the Ides of March. Romans often celebrated the Ides of March by throwing a celebration. There were parades held in order to honor the gods of March. Mass. There were singular celebrations which were to honor the field, the good crop season and the moon. And there were runners who wore tunics and ran through the streets in one to meet where the Caesar had died.
Ms. Mabali will now present a PowerPoint on Shakespeare's The Ides of March.
Born 13th July 100 BC and died on 15th March 44 BC, was a Roman general and a statesman. He played a critical role in the gradual transformation of the Roman Republic into a Roman Empire. The play, Ides of March. The play begins in Rome in 44 BC on the feast of Lupercal in honor of her Mars. Caesar has become the most powerful man in Roman Republic and is eager to become king. Caesar, however, has many enemies who are planning his assassination. When Caesar and his entourage appear, a soothsayer wants him to beware the Ides of March, but Caesar is unconcerned. Cassius tries to convince Brutus that Caesar is too ambitious and must be assassinated for the welfare of Rome. Cassius is determined to win Brutus, a noble senator and Caesar's friend, to his cause by forging letters from citizens and leaving them where Brutus will find them. The letters attack Caesar's ambition and convinces Brutus that killing Caesar is for the good of Rome. For a month, Brutus struggles with his conscience, and on the morning of Ides of March, he agrees to join the others. The conspirators escort Caesar to the Senate and stab him to death. Brutus addresses the agitated crowd and tells them why Caesar had to be killed. Then Mark Antony delivers his funeral oration and stirs the crowd to mutiny against Brutus, Cassius, and the others. The mob runs through the street looking to avenge Caesar's death. Civil war breaks out. Brutus and Cassius escape to Greece, where they raise an army and prepare to fight Ides and Antony in a decisive battle. When Cassius believes he has lost the war, he convinces his servant, Pindarus, to stab him. After Brutus is defeated in the second battle, he commits suicide by running on his own sword rather than being taken prisoner back to Rome. The play ends with the restoration of order as Ides and Antony become the two most powerful men in Rome.
I will hear Brutus speak.
I will read Cassius and compare their reasons. When separately we hear them render.
The noble Brutus is ascended. Silence.
Be patient till last, Roman, countrymen, and lovers. Hear me for my cause and be silent that you may hear. Believe me for mine honor and have respect to mine honor that you may believe. Censure me in your wisdom and awake your senses that you may the better judge. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar, to him I say that Brutus's love to Caesar was no less than this. If then that true friend demand why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. Had you rather Caesar were living and die on slaves, than that Caesar were dead to live on free men? As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There is tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, and death for his ambition. Who is here so base that would be a bondman? If any, speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so rude that would not be a Roman? If any, speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so violent that will not love his country? If any, speak, for him have I offended. I pause for a reply.
None, Brutus, none.
Then none have I offended. I have done no more to Caesar than you shall do to Brutus. The question of his death is enrolled in the Capitol, and his glory extenuated, wherein he was worthy, not his offences enforced for which he suffered death. Here comes Antony, who though he had no hand in his death, shall receive the benefit of his dying, a place in commonwealth. As which of you shall not? With this I depart, that as I slew my best love for the good of Rome, I have the same dagger for myself, when it shall please my country to meet my death.
Live, Brutus, live, live. Bring him with triumph home unto his house.
Give him a statue with his ancestors.
Let him be Caesar.
My countrymen,
Peace, silence, Brutus speaks.
Peaceful.
good countrymen, let me depart alone, and for my sake, stay here with Antony. Do grace to Caesar's cause and grace his speech, tending to Caesar's glories, which Mark Antony by our permission is allowed to make. I do entreat you, not a man depart, save I alone, till Antony has spoken.
Stay home and let us hear Mark Antony.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, let it be your ears. under the leave of Brutus the rest. For Brutus is an honorable man, so are they all honorable men. Am I to speak in Caesar's fury? Caesar was my friend, faithful and just to me, but Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. He had brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. When that the poor cried, Caesar had wept. Ambition should be made with sterner stuff. Yet Brutus says Caesar was ambitious because Brutus is honorable. You all did see him at the little town. I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this an ambition? For Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. I speak not to disapprove what Brutus spoke, but I am here to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not the cause. What withholds you then to warn him? Oh, judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts. Many have lost their sense. Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin. There it is. I must pause till you come back to me.
Methinks there is much reason in this saying.
If thou consider rightly of the matter, Caesar has had great wrong.
There is not a nobler man in Rome than Antony.
Now mark him, he begins again to speak.
But yesterday, the word of Caesar might have stood against the world. Now lies he there, and none so poor to do him reverence. None so poor to do him reverence. Oh, masters, if I were disposed to still your hearts and minds to rage and mutiny, I should do Brutus wrong and Cassius wrong. For you all know they are honorable men, but I will not do them wrong. Rather, I choose to wrong the dead, to wrong myself and you. Then I should wrong such honorable men. But, dear friends, here is a parchment with Caesar's seal. I found it in his closet. This is will. Let but the columns. Here is testament, which, mind you, I do not want to read. And they will go to Caesar and kiss his wounds and dip their napkins in his sacred blood. Ye may hear of him for memory, and die mentioning within their wills, bequeathing it a rich legacy unto their issue.
We'll hear the will. Read it, Mark Antony.
The will.
We will hear Caesar's will.
You will compel me
remember when Caesar put it first. This was summer evening in his tent. That day he overcame the Nazian. Look, in this place, ran Cassius and spectacles. See what a rent the envious class made. Oh, through this, the well-beloved Brutus stabbed. And as he plucked away his cursed steel, mark how the Caesar's blood followed it, rushing out of course to be dissolved. If Brutus so unkindly, no. For Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. Judge all you gods, how dearly Caesar loved him. This was the most unkindest cut of all. For when the noble Caesar saw him stabbed, ingratitude, more than the traitor's arm, quite vanquished him. Then burst his mighty heart, and in his mantle muffling up his face, even at the base of Pompey's stature, which all the while ran blood, great Caesar fell. Oh, what a fall was there, oh my countrymen! Then I and you and all of us fell down. Whilst bloody treason flourished over us. Oh, now you weep, but I feel dint of pity. These are gracious drops. Kind souls, what weep you when you but behold our Caesar's vesture wounded? Look you here is himself, marred as you see, traitors!
Oh, piteous spectacle! Oh, noble Caesar! Oh, woeful day! Oh, traitors and villains! Oh, most bloody sight! We will be revenged. Revenge, about, sleep, burn, fire, kill, slay. Let not a traitor live.
Good friends, sweet friends, let me not stir you up to such a sudden flood of mutiny. They that have done this deed are honorable. What private grief they have, alas, I know not, that made them do it. They are wise and honorable, and will no doubt with reasons answer you. I come not friends to steal away your hearts. I am no orator as Brutus is, but you know me all, a plain, blunt man, and love myself. And that they know me well, that gave me public leave to speak of him. For I have neither wit nor words, nor further action, nor utterance, nor the power of speech to stir one's blood. I only speak right on. I tell you that which you know yourselves. Show you sweet Caesar's wounds, poor dumb mouths, and bid them speak for me. But where I, Brutus, and Brutus, Antony, the venerable Antony, would ruffle up your spirits and put a tongue in every wound of Caesar that should move the stones of Rome to rise and mutiny.
there was a reporter who said that one lesson that we need to learn from Japan is that despite the adversity that has struck the country, all vendors, the shopkeepers, they are selling their products free of cost, providing them free drinking water, considering the fact that they don't have any safe water to drink. Learning from them, a tribute to what we have just seen, there's a twist that I was inspired to write about, where I felt that we are all engulfed by betrayal, we are all engulfed by disloyalty, distrust. Why not look at it in the other way around, in the manner that we all stand for friendship, we all stand for trust, for loyalty. On the Ides of March, I do not say beware, but take heart. For when Brutus comes, I will be there to protect you from all this death. I will stand between